Crash Bandicoot.
Is there a problem?
No, just, how do you make it go?
Push the start button.
I knew that.
All right.
I got it.
One of the greatest accomplishments of Naughty Dog is just the games that we make, and having done it for 40 years.
Yeah, that's a long story, right?
I mean, look, it's impossible to talk about 40 years of Naughty Dog without talking about where it all started. Jason Rubin and Andy Gavin, as high school kids, decided to just make their own games. They saw something was missing in the game industry, and they wanted to leave their mark.
I was in Hebrew school at the time, and there was this guy, Andy Gavin. He was in my Hebrew school, and he was a much better programmer than I was, so I'd ask him questions when I had issues. And
I mean, computers were so new then, and most of the games were in arcades and stuff, and we were 12-year-old guys who this stuff was all new and cool, and we were just like, well, let's make some.
And that turned into a drive cross country to California, during which we created, I guess, or at least came up with the concept of making a character action game that ended up being Crash Bandicoot.
So Crash, the idea of the game, we definitely knew we wanted to make it like a cartoon character. We had this idea that we could like take some kind of animal that was like cute and kind of a little cool and sort of obscure with like maybe like a cool name or something, that if we made this character based on it, we could sort of like own the animal.
I remember when they were pitching to Sony, and it was a really big deal. You know, I remember Jason saying, you know, they're treating us like rock stars.
So after Crash, we had this tremendous pressure to follow up and make our next groundbreaking title. I remember we were brainstorming and pitching ideas, and one of our animators sketched out this elf-looking character, and another one sketched out this Otzel character, and there you go. That we put those guys together, and that was Jack and Daxter.
Look at that.
When Jack and Daxter came out, there was a lot of excitement because it was PlayStation owners' chance to play a game that is more traditionally associated with like a Nintendo release.
I want information. Where the hell am I? Sorry. He's new to the whole conversation thing.
We wanted to tell a much more detailed story. We wanted a sort of like immersive, like completely creative world that wasn't nearly as grounded. It was driven tremendously by our sort of gameplay goals of having this sort of like seamless, immersive, very beautiful world that you could explore.
We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
In the end, we learned a lot, and all of this development was just preparing us for our next big title. This project was going to be so ambitious that we even codenamed it Big.
Here's the thing, kid. We don't get to choose how we start in this life. Real greatness, it's what you do with the hand you're dealt.
Like one of the things I remember as we looked into what the next game is, was there was this list of like, what are the things we didn't accomplish that we want to maybe then take a short list and put into our next game. And I think that just speaks to, hey, we're always looking towards the future, we're always trying to evolve.
If you wanted to do something cool that wasn't like 100% core gameplay, it was just a cutscene. And the goal in Uncharted 2 was like, take all those things that would have been cutscenes and make them playable. And the ambition from there, from like subsequent games, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Every Uncharted game always pushes some new technology, some new thing that we want to do. We're trying to create moments that we've never seen in games before.
And while the tech has evolved over time, I think there are some core elements that are key to Naughty Dog and our success.
I mean, as I look at the next future decades, what I would really like the studio to continue to be doing is to like build on that legacy and continue to push boundaries and push the envelope in the games and the stories that we try to make.
Oh, The Last of Us is about love. The Last of Us is about the duality of love, how it is the best and worst parts of us.
I think The Last of Us really proved that you can tell a great story within a genre that there's some perception is overplayed or overused. I think people really fell in love with Joel and with Ellie, and going on that journey with them was just such an incredible experience.
It means a lot to be able to do that, and part of that is the ability to be able to bring such a talented team together with the singular goal of making amazing experiences.
After all we've been through, everything that I've done.
Sweet Jesus. Doctor? What are you doing?
Can't be for nothing.
If you look back at the history of Naughty Dog, like everything that we've done, everything that was done before I even joined Naughty Dog, like Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, has all given us the knowledge and the tools and the know-how of how to work together to make something like The Last of Us.
Naughty Dog's been around for 40 years. No small feat, especially in an industry so tumultuous as ours.
40 years is a really long history. It's something to be proud of. There aren't a lot of game studios that have been around that long.
It's really about embodying these characters that are very specific and strong-willed characters, even though they're flawed, and then making you connect with them and their journey in a way that hopefully by the time you're finished with that experience, you view reality a little bit differently.
With Intergalactic, we're going to move into a world with new characters and new capabilities.
I hope the future holds more of what Naughty Dog has always done, being at the forefront of making entertainment that is of the highest possible quality, telling the stories it wants to tell with depth and meaning.
That is the core of our craft, is authenticity.
I know our studio will continue to create amazing story-driven, character-based games that touch upon the human experience.
Again, the stuff that we build here is bigger than any one person can make. That's one of the things that makes it special. But at the core of it is just this strive for excellence, of like loving what we do and looking back and being proud of the thing that we made.